Hello everybody. Let me today invite you for an adventure, for a trip to Mount Abu in the incredible state of Rajasthan, India. I have visited the area already and searched for chameleons here, but I was not successful. But just a few weeks after I left, a friend of mine sent me a picture of a road-killed chameleon, which was not yet reported from this area for science, so I could not resist and tried another time. The trip starts in the incredible city of Ahmedabad of the neighboring state of Gujarat. It has a wonderful mosque with a well-known ornament on its door or windows. Traveling in India is until today quite a big adventure. Once you land at the airport, you need to get the local transport, and it's your choice whether you take a bus or taxi or you use a tuk-tuk like I did that can take you through the busy city of the suburbs and different streets to reach an area where you can get the next transport, and it is train. To travel in train in India is area for itself. It's also quite an adventure, and it takes many hours to reach the foothills of Mount Abu. I reached them, and it was actually a very interesting time here. It was a period of Ganesha festival, so people were very happy and high and celebrating this festival all over the country, specifically here on the foothills of Mount Abu. I did not celebrate with them too much and made my way uphill to reach the tops of the mountains, the Mount Abu area, which is quite chilly because it reaches elevations about 1,000 meters above the sea level. And the road leads you on the hills, on the slopes of the hills, up to a small settlement, which is also a pilgrimage site with a wonderful mosque and some religious places. But this was not the focus of my trip here. I was curious that I can confirm for the science the existence of the Indian chameleon, Chamaeleo zeylanicus, here in this area. The vegetation is green and lush green because we are here in September at the end of the rainy season, so everything is blooming and very green and full of insect life. So I said to myself that we have a good chance to find the chameleon here.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Rajestan, to Mount Abu, in the western part of this biggest Indian state. The state is wonderful and full of architecture and history and proud and kind people, but also it harbors a chameleon. We are here at the place where the chameleon has been found already by the locals, but has not been yet confirmed by science. So I'm curious whether I will be able to find this master of disguise here in the mountains of Mount Abu in the rainy season. Just keep the fingers crossed for me, and I hope I will report on a successful find very soon. Mount Abu is since the British colonial times a beloved spot because of this natural beauty and lots of natural resources. Until now, there are leopards here, sloth bears in the wild, and the lush green vegetation is here, of course, due mainly to the rainy season, which lasts right now. But it is green also in the dry season because of the coverage of forests and jungles, which are until now quite in a good shape because of the terrain, which is hard to access for people. This is the biotope of the Indian chameleon Chamaeleo zeylanicus here in Mount Abu. This is how it looks like here in the rainy season, but they should be active around, so let us hope we will find some. This is exactly the place where about 5 years ago a friend of mine found a road-killed chameleon on a road leading here to Mount Abu. So we are exactly in the biotope of the Chamaeleo zeylanicus here on the slopes of Mount Abu at the elevation of about 700 meters. As you will understand, it is not easy at all to find a chameleon in that type of environment. A jungle, a relatively dense bush, now in the rainy season, very green and full of vegetation. But let us try to find the chameleons here. Well, feed herping is really lots of sacrifice. Look, the mosquitoes here wanting to eat us. The biotope is wonderful, full of life, full of insects, full of mosquitoes, full of caterpillars, like here, and lush green vegetation all around us. Not easy at all to spot a green chameleon with less than 2 feet length here in this biotope. But it is an adventure. Let us go for it. You need to be very careful here in Mount Abu while herping, because a dense jungle can easily turn to an abrupt slope falling down the valley, and it is not advisable to get injured here in this wonderful area.
You also need to be careful not to step on something. For instance, the beautiful Elaphe helena, or the green keelback, or the sand boa, or to meet a cat snake in the bush. But also it can be a little bit dangerous because saw-scaled vipers of the genus Echis are present in this area. You can meet a Russell's viper or enjoy a beautiful view, but a dangerous encounter with the local type of cobra.
So we are at the exact point, at the exact road and at the exact place right here. The killed chameleon, the roadkill, has been found a couple of years ago. So we try to see in the bush here around whether we will find some living specimens of the Indian chameleon, which is home to this area at the edge of the Rajestan state in India. Keep your fingers crossed for us. So, while we are looking for the chameleon, another find we can do. Look, high up, right here, there is a calotes sitting and watching us while we are looking for its friend and mate here in this environment. Get a little bit closer look at this strange lizard which resembles the chameleon to such an extent that some people even call it a chameleon. But this is not a chameleon, it is calotes. It is the agamid lizard, which is sometimes even called a bloodsucker. A nice specimen here. The locals know them, but they are not too helpful. They always say, yes, they are here around, they live in the trees, but if you want to see them, you cannot see them. Which is not true, of course. If you search for them and you're lucky, you find them. It is, of course, not easy. They can be everywhere and anywhere. He's here in the trees. Yeah? Over there. Yes. While searching for chameleons, you of course find everything and anything but chameleons for nice view. For instance, here there is charamoya, a wonderful fruit full of black seeds and very delicious. These are already spoiled. And this one here is not yet ripe enough, but as a fruits they are beautiful aesthetically and very delicious. There is even enough food for the chameleons. Look at the wonderful nymph of a green grasshopper. And there are butterflies flying all around.
You can try to find the chameleon yourself, but it's better to ask around the competent ones. Hey, please, have you seen a chameleon here? Yes? No? Okay, sorry.
This is the biotop of the Indian chameleon here in Mount Abu. Have you ever seen a chameleon here? You know what is chameleon?
Chameleon.
You don't see it here? And tell me something. Do you know chameleons? Are chameleons here? Or do you not know chameleons? No. So this is a biotop where the chameleons live in Mount Abu. Hard to find animal lives in such a dense vegetation. Namaste. Have you seen here some chameleons? Yes, high up in the canopies. Have you seen some? So please talk to me. We are in a wonderful landscape, hilly landscape that stretches many hundreds of meters above the plains down there in Mount Abu, at the corner of Rajestan, in the vicinity of the boundary of Rajestan as the biggest Indian state, and Gujarat in the area called Mount Abu. We came here to enjoy the cold weather, and we are here in the rainy season. The reason why we are here is we are in search for a mysterious animal that might live here in this environment. There are some indications that the Indian chameleon is home in these hills. However, the science has just mentioned it, but did not deliver any proof. So we are here to make it 100%. It is, of course, not easy to find a chameleon in its natural environment, and so we know that we will have big trouble to find them. However, we are determined to make a record on the map and post it in the internet and publish eventually a short note on the extension of the range of the Indian chameleon Chamaeleo zeylanicus in this area. So keep the fingers crossed for us, and we will get back to you. So we are walking through the environments here, which are full of indigenous plants and of course also full of introduced plants. You can see that in the season, which is now September, it means the monsoon time and the rainy season, everything is green, lush green, everything is growing, blooming. There's rain every day in this area, and of course this makes the search for the chameleon not easy, because the bushes are dense, and try to find a master of camouflage in the green if he is supposedly also green. The area is really magical here. Look, the wonderful lush green hills and the clouds that are full of moisture that will be revealed in the nighttime supposedly to make these hills even more moist and more wet and more suitable for the life. The hills are full of life here actually since the Maharaja times. I visited a fortress which is about 700 kilometers this way in Bikaner, and the Maharaja loved to go here to hunt for tigers, which are not anymore here, but also to hunt for leopards and sloth bears, which are quite abundant up to now here in these wonderful hills, which are inhabited by people quite densely. However, the population is tied to a very small village in the hills over there, and the rest is until now highly protected, naturally protected, and also officially protected, nice and wonderful jungle.
And because the daytime was almost over, I decided to rest a bit, get something good to eat, and continue the search at night. Nighttime herping is specifically magical. Let me show you how it looks like specifically when you search for something very, very special, like a chameleon.
So we are at the foothills of Mount Abu, and here we have found one very nice animal. It's not a chameleon, it is a bloodsucker, an agamid, an agama lizard of the genus Calotes, but also a very nice one. This is a juvenile. This is why we are here in rainy season, so
They are quite abundant. Very beautiful one.
So we are quite successful in seeing the calotes who are here at home, of course.
So what we see are nice baby calotes, and at the branch sitting a baby calotes. But the long tail might belong to a calotes again, and this is a cockroach. A wonderful green katydid, a huge katydid again, and some birds sleeping at night, and a huge beetle, also one from another perspective, and a lazy sleeping adult calotes. And this, baby calotes again, and nice huge moth. And this was promising, but it is again a baby calotes, and that's again a baby calotes. This long tail might belong to a chameleon, but it is a calotes, and this really astonishing moth is nice. This is a grasshopper, and again a baby calotes, and a gecko, a flat-tailed gecko of the genus Hemidactylus. Very nice specimen, huge one actually. Look, the wonderful flat tail, and now a locust, and again the flat-tailed gecko, and that must be a chameleon. Look, if you come closer we see it is just a leaf. And baby chameleon, no, baby calotes, and calotes again, and the next will be a calotes again, and again the flat-tailed gecko, and a grasshopper, and again a baby calotes. Great find, again a baby calotes. We must see a chameleon, but that's a sleeping bird, and the next one must be a chameleon, but it is a baby calotes. And then the next one, interesting katydid, and finally, again a calotes. And this finally a success, a chameleon which turns to be a flower of acacia.
So we are walking at the foothills of Mount Abu, and look what a wonderful find. The first documented Mount Abu chameleon sitting right there, a little bit untypically, here in the bush of bamboo, but this is a chameleon, Chamaeleo zeylanicus, here in Rajestan, Mount Abu, in September 2024.
Now, okay? And, okay?
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Mount Abu chameleon.
Yeah, he's telling he's going GoPro.
So, I'm quite happy. We have found the chameleon, and I can confirm for the science, the chameleon of India, Chamaeleo zeylanicus, is an inhabitant of a previously unrecorded area, Mount Abu, in the state of Rajestan. Now just enjoy the beauty of the chameleon just crawling through the environment and showing its beauty.
So once more and last time, greetings from Mount Abu. Our mission is completed. We have found the mysterious creature living high up in these hills. The chameleon, which is called Chamaeleo zeylanicus, because he was described from Ceylon, means Sri Lanka. However, here in Rajasthan, at the elevation of about 1,200 meters, it's their home too. Enjoy the beautiful landscape here and pay a visit. It is worth it.
After the completed successful mission, it is time to go back. So I took again the local bus to go down from Mount Abu and then changed to a very strange night bus to Ahmedabad. It was a quite adventurous drive, high speed on quite good highways, and then took a tuk-tuk again in the city of Ahmedabad to say goodbye to the mosque and its wonderful ornaments. I'm happy you enjoyed this adventure with me, and if you like it, just stay tuned. I take you for another adventure soon.